We just made some elk chorizo with the high Mountain Seasoning kit. And I'm going to show you how we package up our ground meat in these cool packages. There are definitely easier ways to do this, but if you don't have a lot of money, what we do is just measure out a pound of your ground meat on the scale, and then we spoon it in to one of these bags inside of a glass. Pull the bag out, grab it at the top, and kind of force it down, sort of like you're pressing toothpaste to the end of a toothpaste tube. Give it a couple turns, and this device here is the secret. We picked this up on eBay for probably around 20-25 bucks. You can get them at a bunch of online retailers as well. It has tape on there through. It seals your bag and cuts it off into a nice package, just like a butcher would do. You can do it right at home. The bags are very inexpensive, and that's how we do our ground meat. We're just about done processing our elk, so I thought I'd take a few minutes, show you how we grind our meat, make sausage, and give you a few tips and tricks. The first thing you're going to want to do is pick up a pork shoulder roast. This one happens to be a pork shoulder butt roast. A lot of people use pork sausage, bacon, pork chops, but a couple of years ago I had a discussion with a very reputable butcher who told me that pork shoulder was the way to go, 10 to 20%. So we're going to go ahead and cut this off the bone and grind it up. We'll just cut this up into grinder-sized chunks. Pork shoulder is a very slippery piece of meat, and that's why we want to use it as our binder. It's going to hold everything together, but I'm still going to go ahead and trim the excess fat, if you will. The pork shoulder is chopped up and ready to be put through the grinder. Time to sharpen up the butcher knife. You know, I've been using the coarse carbide sharpeners by Outdoor Edge for a long time. They really reshape your blade well. But Outdoor Edge just released the Sharp X 2-stage sharpener for both outdoor and kitchen knives. One side coarse carbide for reshaping your blade, while the other side has fine ceramic rods for finishing. The base pivots for extra stability. You can fold that up, put it in your backpack, and the whole thing doesn't weigh more than 1 to 2 ounces. Maybe some here I'll get a standalone meat grinder, but again, the KitchenAid stand mixer with the grinding attachment is a workhorse. I've probably processed 12 animals with this thing over the years. Fresh ground pork shoulder. We'll go ahead and throw that in the fridge. All right, I think this is all the meat I have left to grind. And this is a mixture of everything. It's all extremely lean. Again, elk is just about the most lean of any red meat out there. You're not gonna really find a lot of fat, but this is pieces of neck meat, rib meat, miscellaneous pieces of roast and steaks that I wasn't using, pieces of leg muscles. When you're working with those, you want to be real careful. You want to get in there and you want to trim off all that silver skin. Takes a long time. It's really tedious work, but the result is you're going to end up with a ton of extra pure, lean, organic meat to grind. Now we're just going to go ahead and start grinding the elk meat. That is at least 30 pounds of pure ground Colorado elk. We're going to use the 80-20 ratio elk to pork shoulder. 8 pounds of ground elk and 2 pounds ground pork shoulder. And of course they make hand crank and automatic mixers that'll do this for you. But you know what's kind of cool? God equipped you with a couple of mixers at the end of each arm.